So I got a friend of mine. His name is Asik. What up, man? How you feeling?
Good, man. How you doing?
Ah, really good.
That's good.
All right, so who are you, man? You're a rapper?
So Asik started back in high school. I started doing music, and I, for some reason, felt like a passion for it. So I don't know why, but I just kind of ignored it, and I just thought, okay, I'm just gonna go out and, you know, do whatever, because I thought it was nothing, right? So now I did see everybody, you know, looking for jobs. They want to go to college, university. I didn't want to do that.
I know what you mean. Oh, yeah.
Oh man, like I don't know, it's just so much money into it. It's like, it's just crazy. Like I know people where I work at still, they're still saving up money. They've been there for 2 years.
Holy.
Oh yeah. So I started looking for jobs, getting around, and I thought, okay, well, I'll be a mechanic, right? So I don't know. I wasn't feeling it as much, but I just thought it was a job, right? And people weren't going to make fun of me for it. It was a decent trade at the time. So I got up and tried to get my specials high skills major for it, and I did. And after high school, man, I don't know. Like, I didn't want to be a mechanic anymore. Like, yeah, I just kept working at my part-time job, and I felt lost, and I thought, you know what am I doing? I should be doing something that I want to do. So
that's when you kind of thought,
yeah,
hey, music, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I got up and said, you know what, I'm going to do this. This is real. I don't care what anybody's going to say. I'm just going to do it. You can think what you want, but it's still inside me, and it's not coming out. Or it is coming out, but I'm not letting people telling me, yo, you know, open your eyes, welcome to real life. You're not gonna get to be the CEO of, Chevy or whatever, right? I'm not gonna make as much money. But I said, fuck you, right?
Straight up.
It's like, so I just said, you know what, I'm gonna do this. And
how do you feel doing it?
Oh, good, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I bet.
I love it, dude.
For sure. So you just put out a video, like a short film, right?
Yep.
And this is supposed to lead into the music video, right?
Yes.
New music video. Okay. What is up with that? That was deep, man. Like that knife scene. Like, what was that about, man? Was that a real thing, a real dream, or something that you had, or?
No, it actually happened.
Really?
I'm gonna be honest with you. What happened was I was in high school and I felt like I wasn't going anywhere in my life. So one night I just had, those girl problems you have, right? Yeah, well, I just liked this one girl, right? And she didn't like me. And that was the only girl I really wanted to be with at the time. But I just went home and, got out of my bed and I said, you know what? I feel like I'm not worth it no more, like, seriously. So I went through the kitchen, I grabbed a knife, I stood it up and I told myself, this is it. And I closed my eyes and I was crying and I was shaking and it just total suspense. And I came down and I was 3/4 of the way and I said to myself, what are you doing? You have one life, dude. Don't give it up just because of this chick, right? You have lots more to live for.
One life, so that's where that music video came.
Exactly.
Wow, man. Wow. And that was filming that like kind of close to home for you? Was that a little difficult to actually recreate?
Well, it was at first, but I thought, this is me, right? It's all me. It's not someone else's story. So I thought, you know what, it's going to be all for inspiration, to pull it out. And I said, look, this is what my vision was. So I came out and that was my dream. Like, I have those dreams sometimes where I get up and I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm here again. And I just came back and said, you know what? Nope.
Totally, yeah. It's good that you did that too, because people can realize, like, no, you're not perfect. No one's perfect. You've gone through those struggles for sure, and
Exactly.
that probably inspires a bunch of people. It inspires me, man. I never went through anything like that, so that's crazy. Like, you're still here. You're alive. Like, that's awesome. So, what is your main goal, man? What are you trying to accomplish? Like, what are you chasing after? with this whole Asik thing? Like, what are you trying to do?
What I'm trying to do is basically to show everybody it doesn't matter what life brings to you. You can still have better things in your life. Like, you can still be working at a grocery store, but you could do way better, okay? You can still be a mechanic. You can do way better. It doesn't matter. You can be the king of whatever you want to be. Like, you just have to work for it, right? You just have to do it. I really think people, like, I feel like they're not, like, saying to themselves, well, if I'm gonna do this, then, you know, what if other people are gonna think about me, right? I think they're just afraid of being dissed or whatever, but you know what? I'm tired of that, okay? So I just took myself up and I said, I'm doing this. And you gotta do the same too, because you can't just stay down here forever. You gotta be up here at some point, or else you're gonna be depressed and stressed out for the rest of your life.
Absolutely, man. You gotta follow through, because you know there's so many people working jobs, and after work, they waste their time. They don't do much. You're working what, 2 jobs, and you're doing all this? Like, it's crazy, man. What's your favorite artist? Who's your favorite artist? Like, who do you look up to? Who's your inspiration?
A lot of people have asked me that question, I'm gonna be honest with you. And I don't care what anybody says about him. Some people diss him, you know. But he's at the top, you know. Drake, man. He's got it, dude. Like, nothing's gonna stop him, no matter what. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be at his level, because you can do anything, you know. You can be 0 to 100 real quick, like he said when he made that song. 0 to 100 real quick, the catch-up in 2008, you know. So now here he is. He's made $100 million. He's making bouncing music.
How, you've been doing this for what, 2 years, you said?
Yeah.
So who have you worked with recently, or like to make your music videos, to make your music? Like, who are you working with?
Well, I'm working with Implicit Entertainment.
Yeah, totally.
I'm also working with TMB Beats. He's very inspirational. He motivates me, you know. Me and him have a good relationship, luckily. And, you know, he was the only person in Chatham that knew how to do this stuff. So I went up to him. I looked up to him for a while, and he's taught me some ropes, how to do some stuff, and, you know, he's showed me where to go, and, you know, how to get better, you know, and just kind of create myself on that level to being Asik of where I'm at today. Now I'm still learning today as well, but he's the man.
So you have a new track coming out, Work For It. What's the story behind that song, man? Like, what's that about?
That song's pretty much for my haters, pretty much. So, but the main message is, you know, you got to work for it. You know, I heard once, you know, if you want something done, you got to do it yourself. So, and no one else is going to tell you. So after I learned that, I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. So that song pretty much inspired me to make that song and say, you know what, fuck everybody else. I'm going to do my own thing. Yeah. And just kind of go from there. And then along the song, it tells a story of what some people have dissed me for and what I'm pretty much getting back at them for. So,
with all this in mind, man, what would you have to say to your fans, the people who actually admire you and look up to you for what you're doing and not look down to you for what you're doing? What would you say to those people, man?
I would say, do what you love, you know, don't stop. I'm working 2 jobs, you know, nothing's stopping me. I come home, I'm tired. I don't get tired, okay? I get up and I still work. I promote myself, I do everything as possible. I talk to Implicit Entertainment all the time, interact with them and say, hey, I want to do this next, I'm going to get this done. I'm always talking about TMB Beats, you know. Do what you want to do and just feel good, man. Just feel free. You know, you got one life to live, so live it up.
Once again, thank you guys for tuning in, and check out his new video. It's coming out very soon. Work For It by Asik. It's going to be sweet.
Walking to the bank, tell them bring the cash, yeah. Well, I'm definition of real. Taking shots on these robbers, I'm trying to seal the deal. Ones who didn't believe can stay a slave. In the future might be high, trying not to make it rain. If you want something, you gotta work for it. If you wanna hold in bands, you gotta work for it. I'm just trying to live my life, so I'ma work for it.